What's up, everybody? We're back with another video. This time we're going to be going over the singles. It's singles night. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people requested that I go over my singles drawers as well. So in the humidor, I've got these 4 big drawers, and 2 of them are filled up with Cubans like this, and that's basically what we're going to be going over today. This is going to complete the collection series for the beginning of 2026. A lot of these singles I get in trades, or if I'm curious about a cigar that I've never had before, I'll go ahead and order some kind of a 5-pack or something like that. And I really do enjoy trading with people and reaching out and figuring out what people like, or hearing suggestions about stuff that I would like based on some of my favorites. So I'm going to start out with a couple of these recent trades. This package actually came from Mike Mecklenburg, and he wrote a nice little handwritten note here for me, and that was a nice little touch. Mike has a great YouTube channel that he's had for a long time where he reviews Cuban cigars. They're kind of shorter videos, but I really appreciate that about his videos, and he's got some good flavor notes. So he actually sent me a Hoyo de Monterrey double Corona. I think he listed the year in there. It might be like a 2019 or something. And I've never had one of these before, so that's pretty cool. I've also got the St. Louis Rey regional for Costa Rica here. He knows I'm a big fan of St. Louis Rey, so that's going to be fun to light up. San Cristobal de la Habana LCDH edition. I don't know exactly what that's called. I didn't look it up, but he's got it written down in his note. And a Partagas Lusitania. I've never had one of these. A lot of people I know find these incredibly good. I'm interested. This is Michael Jordan's favorite cigar. He's on the record saying, even though when Michael Jordan was winning championships and they were in the locker rooms doing the celebrations, he was smoking Hoyo de Monterrey Epicura Specials a lot of the time. This is a Cohiba Siglo 5 tubo here that Mike gave me, and I'm very interested in what this is going to taste like. I've never had a Siglo 5, but the Cohiba Siglo 3 is one of my all-time favorite smokes, and this is a very similar vitola to the Siglo 3. I've had a couple Siglo 4s, and I like them. As you can see here in the box, there's plenty of Siglo 2s, Siglo 1s, so I'm a fan. I'm looking forward to this Siglo 5 tubo. Some other trades that I have here, we'll go over this one in a second. This came from a buddy of mine named Neo Geo, and I forgot exactly what I traded with him, but every time that I do one of these trades, I try and leave them in a bag so that they're all together, and I print out a little label that has the stick name, the year that it's from. Neo Geo is responsible for putting me on the hunt for those K. Dorsey Corona Claro. It came in this bag. It was a 2013, and it was just so good. I smoked it already. It's not here anymore. This is a Hoyo de Monterrey Escogido LCDH edition, Churchill size, I'm pretty sure. Looks great. I really need to find the time to smoke this thing. This is a pretty big cigar, but I'm looking forward to it. LCDH editions typically have a little bit more cinnamon, if I had to put a word to it. This is an H. Upmann Magnum 46. The year that it says it's from here is going to be 2018. So it's probably had plenty of time and it's ready to smoke. I should just start dipping into these. We traded quite a long time ago. I think it was the beginning of 2025. When I get these trades like this, and all these cigars are loose, and I want to keep them together, I'll put them in a Ziploc bag like this, and I'll just leave it open so that the humidor can do its work and the air gets in there without being susceptible to the air just hitting the sticks bare all the time. This is from my buddy Batwick, AZ, as many of you know him. And you could see the lineup here: Cohiba Siglo 3 2019, El Rey del Mundo, Royal Series LCDH, H. Upmann Magnum 48 Edition Limitada. He actually included in this trade a Du Deputé from 1999, one of my favorite cigars ever. Super duper old. It was actually unbanded because back in 1999 they came in cabinets that did not have cigar bands on them. This is the Punch 898 Asia Pacifico Regional. There's the El Rey del Mundo. Here's a Por Larrañaga Lotus, a Monte Cristo Dumas. So I need to get into this bag too and smoke some of these. That's a Trinidad Vigia from 2021. That Punch 898 is from 2018. So yeah, that's, oh, it's not a Lotus. It's a Por Larrañaga Robusto de Larrañaga. And that's from 2007. So that's going to be an insane smoke, actually. So I'm always incredibly grateful when people trade with me and show me stuff that I might be into. So thank you, AZ. This bag is just kind of leftovers and mixed mashes of different stuff that, you know, I kind of didn't keep track of. This is a farm roll, a Johnny O Cazadores here. And then I got a couple really toothy Quinteros in here, a couple Monte Cristo #1s, a Fonseca. I don't know where those came from. As you can see, this is one of the singles drawers, and I mean, it's just a hodgepodge, a bunch of different stuff. Here's an H. Upmann #2. I've heard that this is a really epic smoke. I don't know what year this is from. I can't remember where I got it from, but thanks if if you recognize it. This is a Cohiba Pyramides Extra. I probably bought this in a random five sample pack. Here is an H. Upmann Sir Winston. People say that these are absolutely insane. Another kind of a Churchill size I'm looking forward to getting into. Sancho Panza Bellicosos. These are really smooth, and Sancho Panza is known for that salty note that, you know, I'm really a big fan of. So here's some Monte Cristo #5s. These are a lot older than the rest of my Monte Cristo #5s. These came from Byron, so thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Old Epicure #2. These are the St. Louis Rey Adamastor, Portugal Regional, and these are some of my favorite sticks ever. These are going to be still young, but I'm glad that I have these so I don't have to dip into the 2 boxes that I currently have in there that I've kind of tried to set aside for aging, but I'm not going to be able to stay away. So I'm glad that I have a couple of these loose and I don't have to dig into those boxes. This looks like a Cohiba Petit Robusto. As you can see, the foot is kind of messed up. And that's one of the downsides of keeping singles. You know, they just kind of knock around and they're unprotected. This is an old Monte Cristo A, I believe. You can see the band there is the old style band. It doesn't have that gold metallic in it. I remember getting this. The person who gave it to me kind of made a big deal, and probably for good reason. These are Cohiba Siglo 1s. These are Cohiba Siglo 2s. I really like a Siglo 2 in the morning. Good coffee, espresso smoke. This is a Cohiba Robusto. I'm not sure exactly which year it's from. I didn't really keep track. La Gloria Cubana, Reino Unido. 3 Trinidad Fundadoras here. These are the Trinidad La Trova, I believe. Trinidad LCDH, huge cigar by my standards. You know, I'm interested to try it. I like having pairs so that I could smoke it with somebody and see what they think about it. These 3 Fundadoras I just kind of acquired over time. I saw them either by themselves or in different 5-packs and decided to grab them. I believe these are Trinidad Coloniales right here. I haven't smoked one of these yet, but it's cool. I got a couple. These K. Dorsey number 50s actually came out of a box that I bought a while ago. And I would not recommend buying or smoking these young. I would really try and wait on smoking these because when you smoke those K. Dorsey number 50s young, they kind of just taste like hot air, really, or dry cardboard. So try and give those some time if you have any. There's a La Gloria Cubana regional from Cuba. I don't know the exact name of it. Another LGC Medal d'Or number 4. Very small cigar. I've had one of these before, and it's kind of a fun smoke. Kind of interesting. I believe these are Juan Lopez number 1s, which is their Toro size. I've got a couple tubos in here. These tubos I recently got on my trip to Japan. I went to Tokyo and Osaka, and as I came across pipe tobacco shops, cigar shops, I would pop in and see if they had any Cubans. They did. These Coronas Major, as you know, I'm a huge fan of H. Upmann. And this Coronas Major is just a great size. And, you know, I'm interested to try these young. I'm not going to be aging these and be smoking them pretty quick. But I just like the size. Corona, I wouldn't even call this a petite Corona. It's probably just a regular Corona size. Here's another tubo from the Japan trip. This is a Monte Cristo tubo. And I'm not sure what size it is. I'm trying to read through the warning label right now. Might be like a number 3 or something. And it's really in there. Ooh. So somebody told me that these Monte Cristo tubos are smoking really good young right now. And so I was in the shop, I saw it, and I was like, okay, well, I remember somebody calling this out. So I grabbed it, and looking forward to trying it. I got some other tubos in here, the Siglo 4s. I think I bought the Siglo 4s in a 5 or a 10 pack, and I smoked a few of them already, and I really, really like them. Same thing with these Punch Petite Coronations. These just smoke good young, especially if you're into the more floral notes. Again, this is just going to be a regular Petite Corona size, but if you're into the more floral notes, try these Punch Coronations or Punch Petite Coronations. I'm also looking for Hoyo de Monterrey Coronations. I've heard, you know, I think Mike Mecklenburg actually was saying that those smoke really good young. So this is generally the drawer that I keep a lot of the trades in, and I do, believe it or not, try and keep my trades as organized as I can. But I'll just leave these Ziploc bags in here, kind of open like this, so that they can breathe, but you know they're not getting a ton blown up. But the drawers, you know, the drawers don't take on a lot of wind anyway because they're going to slide in and they're kind of protected. So, yeah. All right, that's drawer number 1. Let's move on to drawer number 2. All right, this is going to be drawer number 2. And, I mean, what can I say? There's a bunch of stuff in here. It's all over the place. And I don't know where to begin besides the Lanceros. So I got these El Rey del Mundo La Reinas. I was able to secure a little 5-pack of these, and I just jumped at the opportunity. Really glad I have these. Very hard to find. Really happy to have them as part of my Lancero collection. I'm thinking about doing a video in the near future, like the Lancero lineup or something like that, and kind of featuring these. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, continuing along with the Lancero theme, I got these Sancho Panza El Reyes. I also got these in a 5-pack, and I'm lucky that I was able to, because these Sancho Panza El Reyes are incredibly difficult to find. These were only sold in a 50 cab. It's the Asia Pacifico Regional. It's the only Lancero that Sancho Panza made. Again, just very expensive, very hard to find. So I feel incredibly lucky to have these. I only have 4 now because I actually traded one away to get some other sticks that I was desperately seeking. We've got a Punch Mantua here. I've had a couple of these Punch Mantuas, and I think they're just kind of not my thing, to be honest. I can't recall exactly. I think it's just a little too floral for me, or I don't know, maybe they're actually a little bit too strong. But I've had a couple, I've given them a chance, and I'm not the biggest fan of the Punch Mantua. I thought I lost this stick for a little while, but I ended up finding it back in the humidor. This is a Sancho Panza Deluxe Regional. Really weird shape. I don't know what it's called. Salamones or something. Interesting though, and I'll enjoy it. Sancho Panza Non Plus. This is one of my favorite, afternoon cigars. It just always hits the spot. Very simple, very cheap cigar, but not always available. I wouldn't say they're hard to find. They're definitely around, but they're just not readily available and easy to find all the time. Let's see what else we got here that's worth talking about. I think this might be a Cohiba Siglo III. This one says that it's from, I can't even read that, 2015 or something. So got a couple of these. Yeah, here it is, 2015. These two came together. So great cigar. Love these. Gonna enjoy them. I don't know if these are Monte Cristo A's or Monte Cristo number 1s. Definitely interesting. Glad to have 2 of them. Here is an old band Cohiba. This must be a Siglo III as well. I think it's too skinny to be an Esplendido. Can't remember where I got this from. Appreciate it. It's going to be good. Oh, let's see. That's probably a Siglo IV. This is probably an Epicure number 1. This is a Hoyo de Monterrey's Toro size. I've had a couple of these. They're okay. Not my favorite, but they're okay. These are St. Louis Rey Regios. I really like these. This is one of the cigars that really got me into St. Louis Rey. I just, stumbled into it one morning when I was having coffee, and I was just blown away by the flavors. It was this rich oak flavor, smoked cedar, cinnamon, toasted marshmallow. It hit the spot for me, and that's when I knew that I had to find more St. Louis Reys. This is a Juan Lopez Petit Corona, discontinued, sadly. You can see the little box press on it here. Pretty old cigar. I really like these discontinued Petit Coronas. I wish that more brands kept on producing Petit Coronas. This is a St. Louis Rey Petit Corona. I had one of these the other day, and I was just blown away. It's one of the only retrohales that doesn't have any spiciness on the retrohale. It's insane. And I have no idea how this string got caught up in here. It's good old Cuban quality control. But, St. Louis Rey Petit Coronas are also discontinued. So this is very old. And I got 2 of these in a trade, and I smoked one, I think it was just 3 days ago. It was so good. I wish I could find more of these St. Louis Rey Petit Coronas because they are awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is a Partagas Series P number 2. And this says Siri Sevilla. I don't know what this is. I'm not a big Partagas guy. I don't know how this ended up with me, but that's fine. Bolivar, what is it called? BBL? Bellicosos, BBF. Bolivar Beliscos Finos. I called it the BBL, and that's what it should be called because it's a big boy. But Bellicosos Finos by Bolivar. I've never had one of these. I've had Bolivar's Petit Corona, Coronas Junior. Bolivar's okay. It's definitely not one of my favorite brands. It's a little bit more on the spicy side. I have no idea what this is. LGC Turquinos, maybe? I don't know. El Rey del Mundo Chua Supreme. I think these are a little bit older. I got these in a 5 or a 10 pack or a box split with somebody, I believe, and that's cool. These are the Monte Cristo Especiales number 2 or number 2 Especiales. Is that focusing? Is that going to focus? So really great size. I haven't had one before, but I'll definitely try. I think these two over here are farm rolls, and I smoked one of them and I wasn't impressed at all. These are the Juan Lopez Adriatico Lancero. Haven't had one yet. I've got 2. I'm glad I do. Juan Lopez, St. Louis Rey, Lanceros are pretty new regionals. I think they're like 2023 to 2024 or something like that is when they came out. But I love Lanceros. Here's another Epicure number 1. Here's another Reggio. Chua Supreme. This is a Bolivar Hong Kong regional. That's interesting. I'll probably get around to that eventually. This is a Por Larrañaga Lotus. I mentioned the Lotus earlier in the video, and that was not a Lotus. This actually is a Lotus. I've had one of those before, and they're great. H. Upmann LCDH. These are more El Rey del Mundo Chua Supremes. If I could get at this. That's good. I try not to organize these too much because everything just ends up getting thrown around anyway. Let's see what's underneath these. These are going to be H. Upmann Connoisseur number 1s or number 2s. Just the regular Robusto size. They're pretty good. I think these are a lot older than what I've had because a lot of the Connoisseur number 1s and number 2s that I've had are pretty young. I'm pretty sure that these are older, and I don't know if I did a split or if I just got a 5-pack for myself, but La Flor de Cano Petit Coronas. I have no idea what this Romeo is right here. It might be a Cazadores, or maybe just a Petit Corona or an Exhibition number 4. Romeo has so many vitolas for absolutely no reason. I don't know what the difference between all of them are. But yeah. Juan Lopez number 2, I'm gonna guess. I don't know. Well, I think that's it. I'm just gonna go ahead and put all this stuff back. That's it for the singles. Next little collection style video that I want to do is showing off every single Lancero that I have. And I want to smoke through a few of them before that so that I can compare and say this is the best Lancero. Maybe like a tier list style video. But thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Later.